Hello, wonderful attendees. I'm your host, Dalvinder Kaur from Lovely Professional University. Get ready to dive into today's topic, that is day-to-day forensics. Before we proceed further, allow me to introduce the experts of the day, Miss Anindita Malik, Assistant Professor, School of Bioengineering and Biosciences, Lovely Professional University. With a strong background in forensic science, Ms. Malik is currently pursuing a PhD at Lovely Professional University. Ms. Malik has been enriching students' academic experiences since September 2021, teaching both undergraduate and postgraduate courses and monitoring students. So now I would like to introduce the admission nominee also in this webinar, Mr. Rishabh Sharma, Officer and Area Coordinator at the Department of TIABS, Division of Admission, Lovely Professional University. Mr. Sharma plays a pivotal role in connecting the university with various institutions and organizations. Before we proceed further in today's session, I would like to request everyone for any questions you can write in the chat box or in the Q&A box, and same will be addressed from my side in the end of this webinar. And now I hand over the thanks to Miss Anindita Malik, and it would be an absolute delight to listen from her. Over to you, Miss Anindita Malik.
Hello, everyone, and thank you, ma'am, for introducing me. Today I will be discussing the basics of forensic science. And first of all, I would like to thank Lovely Professional University for giving me this opportunity. So let's understand that what is forensic science, right? Because forensic science is a so fascinating term that everybody is looking forward to it, right? So I hope my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, screen is visible. You can continue.
Yeah. So now when we are talking about day-to-day forensic, look, forensic is something like we are serving to the country, right? And that is indirectly, because we are not directly, we are not lawyers, right? We are not police officials, but we are a link between them, right? So what is the role of forensic science? Because if you don't understand the role of forensic science, so you will fail to understand that how the justice is delayed. Right. So it is very important to understand. And forensic science is nothing. It is the how you are using your brain, how you are connecting the links, and everyone is having the detective inside them. We just need to brush it up, all the skills which we have, right? So let's understand that what is forensic science. So when we are talking about, just give me a second. Yeah, when we are talking about forensic science, so it is like the application of science. When we are talking about forensics, so it is your physics also, it is your chemistry also, it is your biology also. So different fields are collaborating at single place to serve for the country. So that is what forensic science is. And then when we move further in forensic science, so we have various branches of forensic science. In fact, nowadays, new branches are coming in forensic science. So our story is starting from biology, as you see in the series, because nowadays there are a lot of movies, series are there based upon the forensic science. Because we know that what is the crime rate. In fact, in every country, it is on peak, the crime rate. So to solve that crime, we need forensic scientists, right? So to understand it, it is very important. And all the things are associated with whether it is your blood, whether it is your drugs, whether it is your bullet, whether it is your shotgun, whether it is your documents or handwriting. In fact, each and everything is when we are talking about forensic science, it is the story is starting from the crime scene. And when we go to the crime scene, you can discover anything. You cannot you cannot limit your expectations. It can be anything. It can be a paper also. It can be a chemical also. It can be a red pigment also, because when you are going to the crime scene, you are finding a red pigment. It might be a red paste or ketchup or something, right? So how and who will discover that whether it is blood or not. So that role your forensic scientists are doing. So it is very interesting field. We are just trying to understand that how we can apply the basic sciences for your justice delivery, right? So we have various branches. Let's understand them one by one. So we have like fingerprinting field in the forensic science, which is like I don't think so, like wherever we are going, we are leaving our fingerprint, because it is very difficult to not leave the fingerprint, because we touch almost all the areas. We touch the walls, we touch the door, we touch the glass, we touch even like nowadays we can trace the fingerprints from the dead body also. As you can see in this picture, you will see that there are small pores on the fingers. So from like how you are creating the fingerprint. So here is the answer. As you can see, there are small pores are there. This is the magnified view of the thumb, right? So you can see that there are very tiny pores are there. So sweat glands are there. So sweat glands are excreting sweat, and we are leaving the sweat on the surface, right? And when we are applying powders, we have special powders, different types of powders, which we can use to develop the fingerprint. Basically, right now I'm wearing the this glass, right? Or I can show you this thing that I have a piece of glass. So right now, I think nothing is visible on this, right? But actually we have n number of fingerprints present on this particular glass piece. So how we are developing it, that is your forensic science, right? We have the techniques to develop it, and after developing it, we will match it, and then we'll see that, okay, do we have any kind of matching samples? And if yes, then you are good to go to find the criminal, right? So we have various types of fingerprints also. You must have observed your hands, your fingers, your volar pads. So this part of your finger is your volar pad, right? So you must have observed that there is a specific pattern which is not repeating on your fingers, right? So that patterns are of these types. These are the categories where your various types of fingerprint patterns are falling. In first, you can see that it is a kind of circle and circle and circle. We have one middle portion, which is known as core. So this is known as whorl. And here you can see that the ridges are going and coming back in the same direction, right? So the middle part is, again, it is the core, and yeah, this particular pattern is known as your loop. Then in the third one, you can see that in one direction, the lines, or we can say the ridges, are going, and from another way, it is ending, like starting from one end and ending at one end, right? So it is simple arch. And when the arch is having a particular height, that is your tented arch, okay? So this is how we identify the fingerprint pattern, right? And now you must have seen that when in movies also, in series also, like if there is any kind of murder crime scene or any kind of violence crime scene is there, you'll see that blood spatters are present all over there, right? But maybe the dead body is not there, any kind of body is not there. So there are special instruments are present with us, which can help us to identify the origin, at what angle the origin was present when it created the blood spatter. And you can see that the first one, it is the blood is like it is coming from the 90-degree. So there is a 90-degree angle is forming in the first one. And then you can see that the second pattern is slightly like elongated, very slightly. It is not a perfect circle. So it is 80-degree. And then we have a 70-degree, and so on. We can find the degrees also when we are looking or analyzing the blood spatter. So this field is very interesting. And yes, this is very special type of test. Sometimes you will see that you're going to the crime scene, there is no body, nothing suspicious is there. Because obviously whosoever is doing the crime, that person will try to remove all the evidences, all the trails that person will try to remove, maybe washing off the area, wiping off the area, wiping off the blood. But is it possible to find it? So in forensic, we don't have this no answer. We have always the possibility to find the evidence. So yes, we have special chemicals, as you can see in the second image. It is like in a normal daylight or in a normal room light, you can see that there is nothing suspicious. But in that same area, when the chemical, which is luminol, which is applied to that area, and it will be giving fluorescence under the UV light, right? So under the UV light, we can see that, yeah, there was blood present. And in the left one, you can see that it was like giving a good fluorescence, right? So there is a thing like fluorescence, we need UV light to detect it, and we need that chemical. Simple, nothing else, right? Now, then we have one more field of forensic science, that is forensic toxicology and chemistry. So after death, what happens? Like in daily life, we always see that, yeah, we must have encountered the dead bodies in our life too. So after death, you will see that stiffness is there in the body, right? So that thing is shown in this first picture, that is known as rigor mortis, like the body is becoming stiff. So there is a special timings of that thing. So in post-mortem interval, or to identify the post-mortem interval, we can analyze the rigor mortis, the level of rigor mortis, and with the help of that, we can identify that, okay, what is the post-mortem interval time? Okay, we can relatively find the death time, right? In the second picture, you can see that blood is clots are present on the skin. So after death, if the body is present on any surface, the dependent areas, because obviously blood flow is stopped, right? So blood will settle down to the dependent areas. So how this thing is useful? Because let's say after murder, the person is trying to hide any kind of perpetrator, or the criminal may be trying to hide the body. So in that case, you can identify like what was the previous position of the body and what is the actual position of the body. Let's say the body after death, it was present in a normal sleeping position, right? But when you are discovering the body, it's in a sitting position, and you can see that all the backside of that body, the blood is settled down. So we can identify that, yes, the body position is changed, right? So that is your liver mortis, the settling of the blood. And you can see that because we know that blood is settled to some area and it is not flowing, so it is not present to some area. So that area will become pale because blood flow is stopped. So that is your pallor mortis. So these are the things which we need to identify, which will help us to identify that what is the post-mortem interval, right? So it comes under toxicology. Then we have the chemistry thing. So we have drug kits are there. As you can see in this picture, if we are applying this chemical to any suspected sample, so if it is giving your purple color, it is codeine. If it is giving your maroon color, it is opium alkaloid. And then we have the famous test in the second image, that is Marquis test. Marquis test, like it is, you can see the number of drugs which we can identify from the Marquis test. It is simple. We have this plate with us. We'll apply, use the this particular reagent, and we'll take the sample, and then we'll check that what type of color it is giving, and we'll be able to identify, right? And then we have one more field, that is forensic physics. Forensic physics, like whenever any kind of burglary is going to take place. So maybe someone is trying to come inside and trying to break the glass, or maybe someone is hitting the glass pane of any window of a car by the bullet. So from which side the bullet is entering, that will be identified with the help of these two types of fracture. As you can see, the center is the point of entry, and you can see that there are elongated fractures are going from inside to outside. It is known as radial fracture. And then we have the circular fractures. These fractures will help us to identify from which side the bullet is coming, or from the area of impact or the side of impact. So there are various rules and regulations. So these simple things are the things which we focus in the forensic field. Then we have your forensic document analysis. Forensic document analysis, it is very common that someone is trying to forge the signature. Someone is trying to forge the handwriting. So obviously, look, handwriting is something like we are developing it from since childhood, right? So it is a subconscious habit, and we will be developing it in our own style. We have our own master pattern, right? So nobody can actually imitate the handwriting of one person, right? So we have to be because it is something we are not machine. If I'm writing D more than one time, then also there will be difference in that. We it is not possible to create exact same letters, maybe of we are talking in terms of size, slant, alignment. There are various features or characters which we observe, right? So there are various things which we have to observe. As you can see in the first signature, you'll see that the person's signature is having fluency, right? The strokes are very smooth. There is nothing suspicious in this. But in the second image, you can see that the forgery is done and hesitation marks are there. The pen pause means when we are giving the pause and then we are paying the attention on the sample which we are trying to imitate, right? So at that time, obviously your the line quality will get disturbed. So that we can see here also, here also, here also. So we have various types of forgery methods. Like we can use tracing papers, carbon papers, but yeah, it will leave the particles. So by that we can identify it. Apart from it, by naked eyes also we can identify. And the best instrument which we use for the identification of handwriting, like forgery or any kind of manipulation, is your magnifying lens. The simple lens will give us a lot of solutions. Apart from it, the special light sources like UV light, IR light will also help to identify that, yeah, if there is anything suspicious or not. Because first, identification is important. First, you need to identify whether there is something fishy or not. If you are able to identify, then what is it? Okay, so that is the second thing. First, you need to identify that is everything okay or not. If no, then you need to find that what is the problem, right? So then we have the the most demanding field of your forensic science, which is your digital forensics. So when we are talking about digital forensic, why it is most demanding thing? Because everyone is using mobile phones, laptops, computers. Our our life is totally dependent upon it, right? We cannot imagine our life without mobile phones, laptops, and anything. Right now also this session is going online, right? So in offline also, let's say our session is taking offline. In that case also, you may need mobile phone for the registration or something like that, right? So mobile phone, every time we are using, we are leaving the footprints over it. So when any crime is taking place, as you know, the hacking of the account, right? Identity theft, right? Or maybe any kind of fake calls which you are receiving, or maybe someone is asking for OTP. Everything is coming under digital crimes, right? So we have further branches of digital forensic, which is your network forensic. About the network, live forensic means like when you go to the crime scene, the system is like it's on. So at that time, because there is one thing which is very much popular in forensic field, that we don't need to alter the evidence no matter what. So if you are going to the crime scene, laptop is there, it is on in the situation is on, right? So in that case, what will you do? Because you are not supposed to alter the evidence. So there is a special field for that, which is live forensic. Then we have computer media forensic. So all the media which we have in the computer, this field is related to that. Then we have the database, because we know this is the world of artificial intelligence. So for that we have databases, right? Because machine learning is there. Machine learning is having a direct relation with the databases. So yeah, database forensic is also there. Now IoT forensic. Nowadays we have smart washing machine, smart refrigerator, smart watches. So to get the evidence from these kind of things, because IoT means Internet of Things. So when you are getting the evidence from these things, so that is IoT forensic. Then we have cloud forensic, because we are storing our data on cloud also. So that is, if you are extracting the evidence from that particular space, which is virtual space, that is your cloud forensic. Okay, then we have mobile phones. We know that it is very common. So that is your mobile forensics things. So that's all about the theoretical part. Now few things I'll show you. Just a second. I hope my screen is visible and you can see that there is one thing which is written in front of you, that is Recuva. Now, what is Recuva? Look, in normal life, it is possible that there is some important file and we like maybe by any unnecessary step or any unnecessary command, we by mistake, we are losing that evidence or that particular file from our device, or deletion of file is taking place from the device. Maybe what is the reason? Maybe sometimes it is intentional, but maybe sometimes it is not intentional. So how to recover the files from the device? So this is one software which we need to use when we are trying to extract the evidence from the device, from any type of device, right? So yeah, we'll be clicking on next. Now you can see that it is asking for all files, pictures, music, documents, video, compressed file, emails. So maybe it is just, it's a video, let's say, you need to retrieve, right? So obviously you will not run all the files, because it is a waste of time. So let's say let's do it for all files, as you are new to this thing. So now if you know that what was the location of the file when it got deleted, so yeah, good for you. Let's say if you don't know that what was the location, so you will click on I'm not sure. Then on next, then it will ask that, do you want to for the deep scanning? So yeah, for sure. And then it will start searching for the files. And then you will be getting the files. Now there is one thing. If you are deleting some particular file, let's say, and then just after deleting, you realize that, oh, okay, I need that file back, right? So at that point, yes, chances are 100% that you will get that file. But yeah, if let's say you are trying to retrieve something which was deleted long ago, or maybe 2-3 days ago. If 2-3 days ago, then also look, there is no relation with the time. It is like after deletion, is there any activity done on the system? If yes, chances will be less. And If more activity is done, the probability is directly proportional to that thing, right? Depends upon that how many activities you are doing after deletion. If there is no activity done, you will get the 100% retrieval of the file. If there is some activity done, partial recovery. Partial recovery means you will get some fragments of it. But when we are doing it as a forensic expert, so yes, we want every small evidence. You never know what will be it and how much important it may go, right? So that is the thing, and it will take a lot of time as because whenever you do this thing, it will take 1 hour to 2 hour or maybe 15 minutes also. So I'm stopping it. But usually after this, what happens, that is you will be able to get the list of the files in this particular window. So that there will be also there will be color coding. If it is green, so it means 100%. Congratulations to you, you are able to get your 100% data. But if it is orange or yellowish in color, so it means there is partial recovery. 50-50 chances are there, right? But if it is red in color, so yeah, the system, the tool is also not able to retrieve it properly. Okay, so that was all about the forensic science, and I hope that the basics of the forensic science is clear to you. And now, when we talk about cyber thing, it is like developing stage, and everyone is into artificial intelligence. The scope of cyber forensic is like very high, right? So that's all about the forensic introduction. If any queries are there, so you are most welcome.
Thank you so much, Ms. Anandita Malik. So now I would request to the admission nominee, Mr. Rishabh Sharma, to be on the screen. Over to you, Mr. Rishabh.
Yes, thank you so much, Dalvinder ma'am. I hope I am audible.
Yes, you're audible.
So before starting, I would like to extend my regards to Anandita Malik ma'am. So just give me a nod, ma'am, that whether my screen is visible or not.
Yes, your screen is visible. You can continue.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So yeah, today we will be discussing about approval, accreditations, ranking of university, extracurricular activities, and infrastructure part, eligibility, and how you can actually apply for forensic program that help you. So without taking much of time, I would like to give you glimpse of each and everything. To start with, it's a proud feeling for all of us at the LPU, and it gave me joy to share with you that LPU is now NAC grade A++ university with 3.684 on 4-point scale. It is highest score in first cycle of accreditation among all government and private universities. We also have NCTE approval, uh, Pharmacy Council of India, Architecture, a Council of Architecture. This is long. You can just have a look. If we talk about memberships, we are also member of Association of Indian Universities. We are also member of International Association of Universities. If we talk about extracurricular activities, yes, LPU students created history. Our student won Olympic medals in all three categories: gold, silver, and bronze. LPU is champions of 37th Inter-University Youth Festival under the aegis of Association of Indian Universities, New Delhi. Our student excelled in all the departments, whether it is music, fine arts, theater, possession, literary, dance. LPU is also first runner-up for Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad Sports Trophy 2023, which was awarded annually by Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India. A student shined at 19th Asian Games. We see the level of exposure. LPU successfully hosted 106th Indian Science Congress, which was inaugurated by Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, His Holiness Dalai Lama at LPU campus. Two former presidents in single frame at LPU. Then President of Afghanistan, Mr. Hamid Karzai, alongside then President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, alongside our worthy Chancellor, Sir Dr. Ashok Kumar Mittal, Member of Parliament, Rajya Sabha. then Finance Minister of India at LPU campus. Many renowned personalities keep on visiting LPU campus from time to time. I would like to give you a glimpse of a few. Venkaiah Naidu ji, Gauhar Gopal Das ji. I think I need not to name them. We have added few of the slides. These type of events keep on happening. So LPU also hold one Guinness Book of World Record on its name for highest number of people doing Bhangra at a single venue. State-of-art infrastructure, Shanti Devi Mittal Auditorium with sitting capacity of around 2,500 people. Labs are there, library is there, uni mall, you can get all your essential needs fulfilled. Gymnasium is there, in fact, in the mall, bowling area. We also have around 50-bedded hospital within the university premises. Aerial view of LPU, lush green campus, clean, green, and safe campus. Night view of LPU, ragging free campus. We also have indoor stadium facility. We have badminton court, shooting range, basketball, volleyball, competitive sports. In fact, squash courts are there. We have Olympic size swimming pool outside view of indoor stadium facility. Now let's go live and check from where you can see all these details yourself. So please note our website address, that is www.lpu.in. Our website address is www.lpu.in. So this is a big achievement. LPU has been recognized as category 1 with grant of credit autonomy. So if we talk about rankings under the World University rankings of for innovation, we have been ranked fourth. If we talk about the World University ranking 2024, we have been ranked 25th. Under NIRF ranking, we have been ranked 38th. So if you want to check about the events, you can simply go to this page. You can click here and you can get all the details. So if we talk about placements, you can just have a look. You can click here and get all the details. 2,100 plus recruiters hired LPU student, 500 5,500 plus offers from Fortune 500 companies. Average salary of top 2,500 25% place student as 10.1 lakh per annum. 350 plus recruiters of IITs and IIMs, NITs also hire from LPU. So you can get all these details here. Now let's come to the point that how you can actually check about the program BSc Forensic Sciences which we are offering at LPU. You just simply go to admissions. Here, if you are 12th pass out student, you can click after 12th undergraduate programs. If you are a postgraduate student and if you are looking for postgraduate program, you click after graduation program. As I have already selected. So discipline we need to select is forensic sciences. It is here at the bottom. You can click here and you need to click on the program that is BSc Forensic Sciences. It's a 3-year program. 6 semesters are there. Eligibility says you need to pass your 12th class with minimum 60% marks with English, physics, chemistry, and mathematics or biology or biotechnology as your subject. So apart from this, you need to qualify LPUNEST or CUET exam. LPUNEST is Lovely Professional University's National Entrance and Scholarship Test. So this test serves the purpose of your eligibility and your scholarship, both. So if we talk about the fee structure for this program, fees is very nominal. This fees is till 15th of July. So fees is very nominal. Fees is 80,000 rupees per semester, but in LPU fees entirely depends upon the caliber of the student. So you can get up to 35% of scholarship in this program per semester, and that would be amounting to 28,000 rupees per semester. So you can get scholarship on the basis of LPNS, your performance in your 12th class, and apart from this, you can even get scholarship on the basis of CUET exam. And if you have given NEET, On the basis of NEET performance, you can get scholarship. And if you have any achievement in sports or cultural activities, or have any social services or bravery award, you can get scholarship on the basis of that as well. We also have financial aid need-based scholarship. We also have financial aid for fence personas and their ward. We also have financial aid to orphans. We also have financial aid to person with certain disability. So if we talk about important dates, last date to take admission with these benefits is 15th of July. Please mark 15th of July is the last date, and date of exam from 5th June to 15th of July. Daily this exam is being conducted. You can get this exam from home in proctored mode. So last date for submission of LP application and book your exam slot is 3 days before the conduct of exam. That means if you want to give your exam on 15th of July, today is 12th, so you need to book your LP application by today and book your exam slot by today itself. And fees for LP is 1,000 for male applicant and 500 for female applicant. Display of result would be within 48 working hours from the uh, conduct of your exam. So now next question comes is how you can actually apply for LPNS. You can simply click here on apply now, or you can go to direct link, that is admission.lpu.in. Please note admission.lpu.in. You need to register here with your details. Once you register, you will receive an SMS as well as an email. SMS and email will be sent to you. So your login credential would be there in SMS and in your email. So once you log in, you can click on continue to LPNest application, pay your LPNest application fees, and you can proceed with your test and admission. And after admission, your certificates, you need to upload documents here only in this portal. So apart from this, provisional registration fees is 15,000 rupees. That is not any extra amount, that will be part of your program fees itself. Now, if you want to connect with our WhatsApp counselors, you can simply note the number, that is 985256900. 985256900. If you want to connect with our live video counselors, you can simply click here. Through Zoom meeting, you can connect with our live video counselors. If you want to connect with our telecounselor, you can note the number, that is 01824 517 000. 01824 517 000. So you can connect with our telecounselor there. So that's all from my side, Dalvinder ma'am. Thank you so much for providing me this opportunity. I hope I have addressed all the questions, important points.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rishabh Sharma. Now, can we take questions, Ms. Andita Malik?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sure.
Thanks for giving me chance to address your questions, participants. First question is from Megha. Megha is asking here, how do forensic scientists use day-to-day techniques to collect and analyze evidence from crime scenes, and what are some common challenges they face during this process?
Okay, as I'll answer the second one first, like the common challenges. As during this session, I told you that there is a rule that you are not supposed to alter the evidence no matter what. So if you go to the crime scene, there is a laptop which is suspicious, and there is obviously evidence or the data, whatever is there in the laptop, that is evidence for forensic scientists, right? So in this situation, and you can see on the screen that deletion of the data is going on, and you can see that 50% is done, okay, and the rest is in process. So as per code, you are not able or allowed to alter the evidence. In front of you, data is getting deleted. So what will you do? This is one of the challenge. So in this situation, whosoever is the investigating officer, that person will guide you. And the step which you need to take is you need to cancel that deletion process. Okay. And that the command which you are giving, the time you need to note, the date you need to note, and which keyboard buttons you are punching, how you are doing it, that you need to note it down, so that later on in court you need to justify that thing, that whatever you have done, why. If it is reasonable for the court, they will accept the evidence, otherwise it will not be acceptable. But yeah, in this case it is reasonable, it will be acceptable. And now the next question, like in day-to-day things, like how we are collecting the things from the crime scene. Let's say we have let's say we have a gun at the crime scene, right? We find a gun. So in that case, how we are going to collect it? There is a wooden or cardboard box we are going to use. Okay, you will use it, and you will make sure that you will use a Ziploc thing to lock the trigger. Okay, so that by mistake also, before seizing it, you will also remove the magazine, and then you will lock or secure the trigger, so that by mistake also there is no chance of firing, right? And when you are traveling with that box, you will make sure that the when we are talking about gun, the end, the firing end, or from the end the bullet is coming out, that is known as muzzle end. We will make sure that muzzle end is not facing towards any living person, okay, when you are traveling. So that is again one of the thing. And let's say you go to the crime scene and you will see that the documents are burnt. Okay, so it is known as charred documents. So how you are going to collect it? First, obviously, collection is a challenge, because charred document, it is brittle in nature. So how you are going to collect it? So for that, what you will do, glass pieces you will take, and in between them, you will secure the evidence or the document. First, our purpose is to secure the evidence, okay? And after that, like what is written in the chart document, that is also possible to decipher. But the techniques are different, which we perform in the laboratory, not in the crime scene, okay? So this is again one of the things. And let's say you find a wet cloth at the crime scene, which is wet with blood. So in that case, you will not directly pack that thing. You will make sure that it will air dry first, okay? Because otherwise the blood will denature, right? So you will air dry that thing, not to you like that you will dry that thing in the sunlight. No, the blood will dissociate. So you need to air dry in a room temperature. Okay, when it is dry enough, you will use paper bags to pack that thing, so that enough ventilation will be there and the blood properties will not alter. So this is how we use the simple and easy techniques. All these things are available just everywhere. So you can use these techniques and you can collect the evidence from the crime scene.
Thank you so much, Ms. Andita Malik. I hope, Megha, you got your answer from our expert. As we come to the end of this webinar, I want to express my deepest gratitude to our experts for sharing their valuable insights and expertise with us. Your presence, enthusiasm, and active participation have made this experience truly special. Hopefully, the attendees found this webinar to be valuable and will be able to utilize the information for better decision-making regarding admissions. If anyone wants to access this webinar again, they can visit our website, that is lpu.in, or can be accessed on YouTube also. Stay connected with us for future webinars. Until we meet again, with the permission of my seniors, I would be signing off this webinar. Take care and goodbye. Have a beautiful day.